But all I saw today from Liverpool was a team that right now are unstoppable. Yes, in the opening 4 Premier League games, it was late goals that were needed. A team that, generally speaking, was the better of the two sides, barring the Newcastle game, but that needed a late goal. There was a lot of fear-mongering. There was a lot of nonsense being discussed within the mainstream media. Is this sustainable? I think Liverpool are overrated. I think Liverpool are going to come unstuck at some point soon. They can't keep doing this. I think they're not as good a team as people are making out. Nearly every single person who said that caveated it with, but I think they'll click into gear soon and become a much better side. So it almost made their original points redundant. And that was my view. And in the opening 35 minutes of this game, Liverpool demonstrated their, I think, the best of their ability. That opening 30 to 35 minutes, I think, demonstrated the absolute very best of their ability. A great press, defensive powerhouse. The midfield was just so strong, so powerful, but coupled with technical ability, Everton didn't know what to do. It took them a long time to get to grips with it. I think taking Wirtz out the team helped Liverpool, not because he's a bad player, not because he's a flop, not because he isn't going to become an integral part of the team, but you just had a midfield 3 that have already built a relationship, already understand the Premier League, and have a great togetherness, telepathic with one another. And as a collective, they were just too much for Everton to handle. And I want to shout out, listen, Soberslai's had his praise this season already for that free kick, but Gravenberch needs a big amount of praise here. I thought he was a revelation last season. After being, generally, in my lifetime, when Bayern Munich have sold a player who is not, well, whenever they've sold a player, it's typically been because they're past their best or not good enough, typically speaking. Gravenberch could go down as one of the biggest mistakes in Bayern Munich's history, at least their recent history. What a clanger. What a ridiculous, what a stupid decision to allow him to leave. But Slot needs a lot of credit for this, because in that first season, Klopp got good games out of him, but didn't see what Arne Slot did. That adaptation of the player, that little adjustment to his game, putting him into this DM role. I'll be honest with you, I don't think Liverpool need to buy another DM. I think he is absolutely tip-top. I don't think so far this season there's been a better DM in the Premier League, maybe not even a better DM in Europe. He's been absolutely phenomenal. Now, some of you watching that are rivals will go, but this guy, but that guy, they're as good this season. No one has been better than Gravenberch. The goal from him today, the goal. First of all, I thought it was Hugo Ekitike. And the reason that I thought it was Ekitike is because that technique to hit the ball when it's bouncing with the instep while you're moving, I don't think you understand how hard that is. Excellent ball by Mo Salah, by the way. More GA for him. But the finish from Gravenberch was out of this world. And it wasn't against the run of play, but getting that early goal just gave the whole Liverpool team, Anfield, this impetus, this noise, the cauldron of noise and pressure that then seeped upon Everton was massive. You then get the next goal. And again, I really enjoyed the second goal as well. And what I liked about the second goal is, first of all, I'm a big fan of Hugo Ekitike. I really like the idea of him coming to Man United. And I remember saying in the summer to a lot of people that there was this sort of notion that maybe he won't be able to score the. So I'm just reading something here. Maybe he won't be able to score the goals here because he wasn't a prolific goal scorer when playing for Frankfurt. But what that told me is that people weren't watching him at Frankfurt. They were just reading about him or little passages about him or checking the stats because of the way he was being utilized. At Liverpool so far, he has been in that out-and-out number 9 position, and he's added those goals to his game. Well set up by Gravenberch again, who's already had his praise today, best DM in the league so far. But I look at it and just think, Isak's going to get his starts in the league. He'll probably start in the League Cup this week for more fitness. But I think for your Premier League games right now, I think Hugo Ekitike not only should start, but I think he's warranted and earned that starting berth. And Arne Slot, look, he's got an embarrassment of riches. He's got players coming out of his ear holes. And yes, we'll be really honest. There were moments in this game, there were periods in this game, there were times in this game where Everton got back into it. Everton themselves scored an absolute majestic goal. A lot of it, the finish by Gay was out of this world. But Jackie Grealish today I love Jack Grealish at Everton. I loved him when he first got in the England setup. I despised the way he played for the majority of his City career. Their style and his style together. I use my old faithful. I like cheese. I like jam. I just don't like them in a sandwich together. And that was Jack Grealish at Man City. What a performance from him. So there was a real test again for Liverpool. The derby is a bit of a leveler. We always know this. Everton didn't go down, so they went down fighting. And of course they were. It's a David Moyes team. But Liverpool were able to just show their class. They conceded, and I think better than they've done in recent games. They conceded, but they didn't collapse. And I think that shows a great amount of strength in that regard. But this Liverpool team, as I said at the beginning, a lot of people are going to look for the chinks in the armor. A lot of people are going to try to pull on some threads and, they're not perfect, though. And we can start analyzing at that level and talk about perfection. How many teams in the history of the Premier League, forget outside of the EPL, how many teams in the history of the Prem have had a side that don't lose control in spells in games? I've been speaking about this a lot. It's why I've launched a brand new series on the Football Terrace called Killing the Game, is we've started to assess football in that way now. I hear football fans say, I want to dominate for 90 minutes. A handful of teams through the history of our game have been able to do that for a sustained period. Nobody else has. So I think setting that as the standard, I think is at best ill-advised. And we'll have those footballing conversations and we'll discuss that and debate it. But as I state, this Liverpool team is looking unstoppable right now. Absolutely unstoppable. They get through adversity. They come out on top. They've got excellent goal scorers. And the sobering factor, but I just sat here. I'm in the London studios, as you can see today. I sat here and I thought to myself, they've still got Isak to get into the team fit and firing. Wirtz hasn't found his feet yet. Frimpong's on the periphery of the team. And we know how good these players are. They've still got more to come. They've got more firepower. They have more quality. And still got levels to go up. So for me, what I'd love to see this week, if the media is going to talk about Liverpool, break down how good Gravenberch is. If you want to do something that's Liverpool fans might perceive as negative, do some shows, do some tactical analysis of how you stop Liverpool, how you break Liverpool down. Do something, not just the whole, no, I'm not sure yet, not convinced yet. All that nonsense. It doesn't mean anything. There is no substance behind it whatsoever. And we, the footballing fans, are bored. We're bored of that kind of analysis. It's done. You've milked it. You've ruined it. You have. Zero cap. Do you like my new hat, by the way? I like a new hat. I got it bought. I had to trim my hair down really short because I'm getting another transplant done soon. My original one was amazing. But my hair that wasn't transplanted is thinned in the last 4.5 years. So I want to get a new one. They didn't just trim it short. They had to thin the hair out to see what works and what doesn't. So I've got to wear a hat for a few weeks because it's looking, honestly, I look like I got attacked by a combine harvester. But there we go. Look, Liverpool, absolutely congratulations on the win today. For me, Gravenberch, man of the match. Ekitike gets a shout, there's no doubt. But that performance from him again in central midfield was out of this world. And my parting word in the breakdown of this game is this still is first gear. Maybe slightly into second for Liverpool. There's a long, long way to go. And I'm starting to believe what I said at the beginning of the season is going to have to happen. If a team is going to stop this Liverpool side, it may have to be one of the greatest team and managerial performances in the history of the Premier League to stop them. Because I don't remember watching a team not be very good. Let me rephrase that. A team be nowhere near its best in the opening 5 games and have 5 wins from 5. I can't remember it. This could be Liverpool's bad patch of the season, and they're winning all the games. Just let that sink in. Hit that like button, please. Make sure you are subscribing. Very important to the channel to get that done. Thank you.